Hey, who's talking about Batman? I love Batman. All those muscles, the tight rubber armor, and that flashy car. I heard it can drive up walls. All those muscles, the tight rubber armor.
Black rubber.
All those muscles, the tight rubber armor.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became
And that flashy car.
light on the dark side of me. Love remains
I heard it can drive up walls.
The car, right?
Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Ten Below. Thing! Call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
Come on, sing! Louder, come on, sing! Come on! Yes, come on, louder!
Would you like to see what our old friend Bruce Wayne has in his head?
It was fabulous.
Yeah, sure, Joel.
Hey, it's kind of funny though. We're talking about the kinkiness of the DCAU, and we're going to this. Okay, bat nibbles.
And badasses. Don't forget the asses.
Yeah.
Imagine, wait, I gotta say, imagine setting up that shot. Okay, I want a close-up shot of you pulling up your suit, a big, large shot of your ass. Imagine
It
like,
wasn't even. The best part is it wasn't even probably Val Kilmer or George Clooney. It was probably some stunt double who had better things to show.
right, but just imagine that. Like, okay, we're gonna spend a day shooting nipples and asses. They set up the shot and they go, action, ass. Okay, so we're moving on to if the recording's starting here, you'll probably no doubt tell by the our conversation that we are now moving into the infamous Joel Schumacher phase. After Batman Returns was too dark, Tim Burton left the director's chair, and he was an executive producer on the next movie, Forever. Movie begins with Tim Burton Presents, although I'm sure he just went to a couple of meetings and got a whole bunch of cash. Michael Keaton was briefly going to be in Forever, but he soon jumped ship, assumingly once he saw the costume that he'd be wearing. And Val Kilmer
it's pretty much like, screw this, I'll just go play in Jackie Brown.
Yeah. And so Val Kilmer was cast as the Dark Knight. And
Before he let himself go.
yep. And so now we talk about the nippled, tight rubber ass era of Joel Schumacher.
Batman Forever is borderline okay. That's all I really have to say about it.
Val Kilmer could have been a great Batman. I will defend it. If you watch Heat and watch The Doors, which is the video biography of Jim Morrison of The Doors. He plays crazy. He does a great job playing crazy. So
Hey, Joe Clooney probably could be a decent Batman too. Just didn't have any chance. Joel Schumacher was the director.
Yeah, I think with Val Kilmer, I think he really didn't. He was too bland.
He didn't fit.
Yeah, I mean, I think with obviously with a much better director and a much better script, he could have done a good performance as Batman. As is in the movie, he's just sort of there. He's very bland. He doesn't really leave much of an impact.
Yeah.
Dark side, right? You raised just too many questions.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the one thing that really bothered me. Okay, really bothered me. When Jim Carrey finally snaps and he throws the guy out the window into the dam. The cover-up did not make any freaking sense.
How do you do that?
Yeah, yeah, mind you, wait, hear me out. I need to make it sense.
Video.
The video shows the guy snapping and jumping out the window by himself, apparently appearing to committing suicide. However, he was duct taped to a chair.
Maybe they never found the body.
Okay, fair enough. But at the same time, though, it's like they know he was dead. So Jim Carrey's crying, he's pretending he's crying because he's dead, something like that.
Yeah, it makes no. I mean, okay, if they found the body and he was still strapped to the chair, obviously they're like, "Hey, wait a minute, that wasn't on the videotape," and he already dropped him. It makes when I watch the movie, I'm like, "Wait a minute, how do you do that? Is it CGI? I mean, how do you make it look like the guy jumped out the window?"
Yeah.
It makes
They have hollow guys.
I think asking questions. It's too many questions.
Yeah, I do. I'll give credit for this. The riddles, the development of the little riddles in the magazines and stuff was really neat. The pop-ups, that was really cool. The riddles and stuff like that. It's really well done. It shows the effort the Riddler does to outsmart Batman, and also in the sense that how much he really wants to get caught, in a sense.
Oh, and I love Bruce Wayne's chair.
Oh yeah.
His chair and it drops. Imagine if, like in a normal conversation. Yes, Alfred. Yes, I'm sorry, sir, but I spilled coffee on your leather chair. My leather chair. Wait,
Yeah, I also was really frustrating was Robin. Robin was annoying. I'm Batman. He took the car, sir. The Benz? The other car. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, we did not do this. This is an injustice. We didn't. Despite all, it's like Q brand, like Q. Alfred was consistent in all these films. And he was always did a great job giving a good performance.
Duff and Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon. And I have to say something about Pat Hingle. In the first two movies, he's just sort of like in a trench coat and a hat and a fedora, or like in a suit, just a normal suit. And in the Joel Schumacher one, and especially in Batman and Robin, they put him in a really stereotypical police captain's costume. Think about the police captain from like the Adam West series. Like he has the hat and he's got the medals, and it goes overboard ridiculous in Batman and Robin, where in the very first scene when Mr. Freeze is taking over the Gotham Museum, and
Hey, cool.
Yeah, right. And Mr. Gordon's image appears on the Batmobile's computer. He's got a hat. He's got like a whole thing of like military like medals on him. It's ridiculous. It's like they're like making him into like a ornament or something like that. It's taking the question, just really upping it, and of course making him a complete pushover for Batman. Like I remember the scene where this is before the climax of Forever, where they're on the roof of the police station and Commissioner Gordon's all all mopey. It's like, oh, Batman's not going to show. And then of course they're like, wait, what's that sound?
Yes. It's Santa Claus.
No, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Batman. Yeah,
and that's a shame. Riddler, because Riddler could have been a great job. Someone actually online has made a Nolan equivalent Riddler, and it's really cool because it's what's really nice about it is that it's really low key. Riddler does all these things, but it's relatively low key in a sense because he doesn't really want to blow up the city. He doesn't want to, take over the world. He really just wants to prove his mettle in a sense. So, the plot really quickly degenerates because now, okay, he makes this, he brainwashes everyone with the television. So it's like, okay, and also the fact is the Two-Face, Tommy Lee Jones is a terrible Two-Face, and he's actually a really great he's a great actor, and he does a great job playing crazy. Under Siege is a good example of how good he could do as crazy, but it's just in this, it's not Two-Face.
Yeah, it's just a guy with strawberry jam on his face.
Oh, it's like almost like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 was bad.
And yeah, Tommy Lee Jones is a great actor, and he could. I mean, if they really played him like really dark and intense, he could have done a great job. But no, he's basically another Jack Nicholson. That's what he is. He's just another. It's really a ripoff. It's not really Two-Face. It's a ripoff of Jack Joker.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point. Good call.
Another thing. Well, let me ask you guys a question. I know what everyone's going to say when I ask this question, which was worse, Forever or Rubber. I know what you're going to say, but I read something on Agony Booth, which was really interesting, in that the reviewers actually said that Forever was the worst movie, the worst Joel Schumacher movie, because while Batman and Robin wears its stupidity on its sleeve, Forever, you have to really watch it to pick out all the stupid stuff. It doesn't hit you immediately, but when you watch it again, it's like, oh god, this is really stupid.
You know what? I would say that's probably what makes it better than Forever, because you couldn't still watch it without wanting to kill yourself. You can't really do that with Forever because it's so obvious how dumb it is.
Not to mention that Nostalgia Critic's 5 seconds video was really, really disgusting for Batman and Robin. That's the only issue, though.
Okay, and we have to talk about this. Gotham City's makeover. We went from dark metropolis to neon.
With more nipples, BDSM suits, and techno lights.
It made the entire city look like a gay nightclub. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Schumacher movies are basically Schumacher trying to live out his gay fantasies for Batman. I'm almost positive.
And all the male statues with the big muscles, the homoerotic, like in every shot. Oh, and this drove me crazy. The first we talk about the neon, the excessive neon.
Yeah.
And the neon on the Tommy gun barrels.
Oh, and the clips. And the clips, too.
Why?
Dubstep time. Yep.
Oh, no. It's boiling acid.
Oh, hey, Patrick, it could be worse. It could have been Batman Forever, the video game.
Oh.
Patrick and I played that game. Hey, Patrick, down, down, A. Down, down, A. Down, down, A. Yep, Batman, Batbola for the win. That game stunk. The controls didn't make sense.
Good.
Pretty bad too. I mean, the Batman and Robin pretty bad too.
What's wrong?
I said the Batman.
You're breaking up again.
I said that the Batman and Robin PlayStation 1 game was pretty bad too.
Yeah, of course it's Batman and Robin. So I was like, yeah, forget it. We're just gonna cash in. I think what the shame is with Batman Forever is that they didn't understand either really, because what ends up happening is that you have a strong honestly it was a nice startup with the character, the Riddler character, because you see him building himself up. He's struggling to create a persona for himself. He's really is a sad, lonely guy it finally snaps. I had enough. I'm getting tired of this system. I'm going to prove myself. But then in the next half of the film, it's really like he's moved from this really low-key guy. Okay, it's like this Webman. It's kind of like Walter White within a month moves from a loser high school teacher to the drug dealer kingpin of New Mexico, and within a month.
Say my name.
Heisenberg.
You're go-
Yes. Oh man, now Bryan Cranston is Two-Face. I could see it.
Man, I'll make you understand. Hi, Mr. Wayne. We never met, but your signature was on the employment form.
I think what's also the shame of Batman Forever is that Robin. It was actually, you know what? In all fairness, they do a great job making Dick Grayson the rivalry between taking the on the nemesis between Two-Face and Robin from the comics and putting into Batman Forever. It was a good way of doing it. And it was a bit lazy, admittedly, because they essentially did what Tim Burton did in Batman. It's like, okay, Joker murdered Batman's parents. Okay, Two-Face murdered Robin's parents. Easy.
I made you. You made me for.
We're talking about how you like to see.
I was only a kid when I killed your parents.
Oh, you know how you were saying Bryan Cranston as the Riddler?
Yeah. No. As Two-Face.
Oh, wait, imagine him as the Riddler in gay, tight white, sparkly costumes and an Elton John glasses. That scene. Where? Oh, and by the way, holy rusted metal Batman. What? The metal. It's
Hey,
holy
Webman.
and rusted.
Webman, who do you think you're talking to? What is it that you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I didn't go to work? Bruce Wayne will disappear. He will cease to exist without me. Yeah, so no, you clearly do not have a clue who I am. You're talking to.
I'm not in danger. I
am not the puzzle, Skylar. I am the puzzle. You think someone opens up the door and it gets puzzled, and you think that of me? No, I am the one who riddles. I'm sorry, that's a great line. That's a great way to parody it. I should have said riddles. Oh, opens his door, gets riddled, and you think that of me? No, I am the one who riddles. Sorry.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah, I'm trying too hard. I know. You can ask Patrick. I've done several lines of that line.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Question is, would you like a sandwich, sir?
No, I'll get takeout.
Oh, where's that?
Forever. First line of Val Kilmer's Batman. I'll get drive-through. Yeah, imagine him driving the Batmobile to Burger King. And you know what? I'm sure they did like some kind of Burger King McDonald's tie-in, and they had that clip. I'll get drive-through.
Yeah.
They did. That was a commercial of like one of those fast food joints. I remember it.
Yeah. Was also actually the shame of it is also with Batman Forever. He comes with the idea that, okay, we're in a bad situation. Okay, time to take out the prototype suit, and all it really is just a shinier, glossier one. It's like, yeah, this is not stealthy at all.
Tighter and tighter.
Yeah.
It shows up.
Yeah.
You're so battleship.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was ridiculous.
The whole climax of the movie was ridiculous.
Hello.
I'm Batman. Forever. Yes, Pat.
And it really doesn't make sense. So, okay, Batman Forever, okay, it really doesn't show anything that, like, for example, Batman gets broken and he's picking up the pieces, and then at the end of the film, it's like Dark Knight Rises. He rises up triumphantly, but this time he stays as Batman. It's like nothing like that. What's the point of Batman Forever?
Would have made more sense if they made Batman and Robin the title, and then say Batman Forever. That way, I can actually put a 4 on. It's like Batman Forever.
It did tie in. It's called it's stuck. Oh boy. It's like a long piece of dung. It just connects and then it just rolled up and then turned to a really lousy nightmare.
It makes sense in Batman and Robin because it forever is on the back credit card.
Kill you! I kill all of you! Ah!
Oh god.
It's forever.
Look, I have to say this. I don't like The World Is Not Enough, but I have to say this. The James Bond key card is more useful than the Batman credit card.
Yep.
And that's saying something, okay? I don't like that film. I hate that film. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze. Really?
What killed the doctor?
The Ice Age!
I'll make you break the ice.
It's actually ironic here. They have Bane, the Muscle Man, and Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been the Muscle Man.
I don't think
I'm gonna break you. But still, the accent's good. The accent would have been good. I will break you, Batman.
It could have worked. Just ditch Mr. Freeze altogether and just have because I know why they didn't cast like another actor as Mr. Freeze and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Bane. It's because Bane is the side villain, and they can't because Arnold Schwarzenegger is the star. Arnold Schwarzenegger has top billing. He has top billing over Batman and Robin, over George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell.
I am the Governator. You will bow to my whim.
No, I'm not the Governator yet. I'm the Icenator.
Hey, wait. Say the Dark Knight Rises Bane lines as Schwarzenegger.
Oh, which one? Can you remind me of the line? I'm not being smart. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter what our plan is, or something like that.
It doesn't matter what our plan is. What's your plan now? What's your plan now? Taking down his plane. The final who dies.
Hey, say this, average gamer. It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. You should have respected our authority.
Oh, I can't remember the whole thing. I'm sorry. I can do this. Do not be afraid now, Doctor.
No,
Dr.
say
Zeta.
this. Say what matters is our plan. You should have respected our authority.
It doesn't matter what our plan. You respect our authority.
Okay. Anyway, there's another line. Let me think. You think you could? My Arnold sucks. You think darkness can save you? You merely adapted it. I was born in it.
It doesn't matter who we are. Wait, I can't do it. I can't.
Using the dark.
I'm Arnold.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Come on,
Bane.
Bane.
By it.
Come on, Bane.
That's why the shadows betray you.
Come on, man.
Okay, I have to stop.
Outside.
My mom's going nuts right now. Okay, I gotta stop because my mom's gonna throw something at me.
Okay, let's talk. Since we talked about Val Kilmer and we're just kind of talking about the Schumacher films in general, let's talk about George Clooney. Now, I'm gonna say because you guys kind of laughed at me when I said he could have been a good Batman. Let me just say something. Anything could have been better with a better script or a better director. That's obvious.
You know what?
Second,
I kind of agree with you. George Clooney is a good actor. He could have done a decent job if there's a good director.
but on the other hand, I think George Clooney, a better actor now. and was, at the time for ER. So his early had some that kind of soap opera. It, later on, and he was able to do more stuff. And versatile act, but still, with a better writer and director, he could have done something way better than what was in the the Batman and Robin, obviously. But
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. So I mean, you think about it now, he's he's an Oscar-winning actor and writer and producer and director. So
But he didn't get it. I think the fortunate part, he didn't get Batman. Are you talking about Joel Schumacher? Forgive me, right? His writing style, right? Or are we talking about
Judge Clooney?
George
Well,
Clooney?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, did you know that Judge Clooney has pretty much publicly apologized that I'm sorry I was in Batman for Batman and Robin. Please forgive me.
well, he apologized for it after when the movie came out. He said, "I'm sorry if I see you on the street, I'll give you your money back. I'm sorry." He apologized for it when I think he knew. I think he knew when.
I think everyone knew, honestly. It's
I'm
kind of
gonna,
like everyone was just going through the motions. It wasn't really being serious anymore.
I'm actually gonna play a clip of Clooney, and he actually mentions Batman. So hang on for a second.
Okay. Later on, when my mom's not in the house, we'll do Arnold Schwarzenegger accents.
Got it.
Come on, do it.
So, but most of them are pretty kind to one another because it's you're so lucky to get to the position where you get to be in a film and you're very privileged, and you understand that it's not just your brilliance that got you there, that you're standing on the shoulders of a lot of happy accidents along the way, and so you recognize that in one another usually. And so I think that there's a certain generosity I find with most actors that I don't see necessarily certainly not in politics.
Can you imagine if we had like ads on TV campaigning against other actors for roles and stuff, like over actor, like
Did you see him in that film? It would just be shots of me in a rubber suit and a Batman outfit. For your consideration, ass. Taking it out,
There you go.
Yep.
And really, if you I don't know if any of you guys have seen this movie. It's a great movie, and he does a great performance in it. Michael Clayton. It's a great movie, and so it's sort of odd now that he was he's regarded as the worst Batman in the worst Batman film, and out of all the actors, well, out of the '90s Batmans, out of Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer, he's the one who's kind of really gone on to become great
successful.
Yeah. And Michael, that's not a bash. That's not a bash at all on Keaton or Val Kilmer. Kilmer just sort of, I don't know. He just sort of,
he let himself go.
Yeah, and with Keaton, I think Keaton, I guess he just kind of became less interested in movies and just sort of, kind of semi-retired from movies and just kind of appears once in a while.
I think he's a really smart guy too, because in the films he knows which films are really good. You can't really think about it. I can't recall of a bad film Michael Keaton's been in. So, and I think when he saw Schumacher and he knew the context and he probably seen the script, he could already tell that Schumacher didn't get Batman, so he probably walked away so to avoid hurting his image.
Like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? falling. It could have been like this. Here's what Joel Schumacher's documentary could have been called "Falling Down: The Real Story." It's no longer a Michael Douglas going around finally snapping. It's going to be the real Michael. I'm sorry, Joel Schumacher.
That movie
Falling Down.
That movie Falling Down. That movie depressed the shit out of me. See, I saw the ending. I was like, I feel like shit. I'm like, I need to watch something because the ending is so depressing. I'm like, Schindler's List is this depressing. It had a happy ending, kind of.
It was, and the sad part was he finally made a joke. He's such an uptight guy, and then he finally makes a joke, and it kills him.
And what I was just gonna say was, I think Clooney would actually do a good job if he played like older Bruce Wayne.
No, Kevin Conroy. They could get Kevin Conroy to do it. I know I'm being a fanboy right now, but they can get Kevin Conroy to do it. He's aged. They can.
Yeah, but you know what? People are gonna come say, well, he doesn't look like. He sounds like Batman.
Makeup.
Batman. But anyway, well, I still stand by it. He could, like, if someday they ever do a Batman Beyond movie, I think that'd be like really fun if they actually cast Clooney because of it, like in his 50s now, so it makes sense for as Wayne. Performance is pretty bad. It's the worst, but you know what? Looking at the movie, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's sort of like no one could have survived. No one could have really done a good job in that movie.
Yeah. And I think, and also what's tragic about the film is, and I think the reason why people say it's so bad, it's not just that it's a bad film. It's the impact on the superhero movies. It killed superhero movies. Like, no, we're not doing superhero movies. Forget that. And so with that, it opens up to Christopher Nolan's films. And I think because of how bad Batman and Robin did, I think gives why people rave about the Nolan universe. I think they are. Look, if we ever get into that discussion, they're good films. I think they're overhyped. They're very good for what they do. The development team faced a lot of issues and they solved them. And I immensely respect that. I really, truly do. But I think the films are overhyped. And I think that's the problem is when you have something so bad as like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, you're desperate for a film. And so, anyway.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
Yeah.
So to be fair to the Nolan Bat movies, every superhero movie that comes out these days is overhyped.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I understand the hype. For example, the Avengers. I would understand that because they take many characters that
I understand it, but I almost get a movie, but everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest movie ever," and it's a good movie, but it's like, yeah, people can make an argument that movie is incredibly overhyped too. So,
well, I don't think Thor was overhyped. I think everyone was pretty much meh on Thor.
Yeah,
and
it's just a general thing, Any superhero movie that's incredibly successful and it can be argued to be really overhyped.
And let's not bring up Green Hornet.
Yeah.
Or Green Lantern. Because Deadpool fans demand Ryan Reynolds be Deadpool. Rorschach and Deadpool. One's a psychopath. And the other's a psychopath.
They should have gotten Phil Lamar to do. It's the Jon Stewart that incarnation of Green Lantern for Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would have been great was also the guy from Childs who plays Childs in The Thing. He has an epic voice.
Yes, Keith David.
Keith David, yeah. Ramirez, give me this. Sorry.
I would go gay for that voice.
He's freaking Goliath, man.
Yeah. What's also, I feel bad for Kevin Conroy, is that, are we still recording? Oh, okay. Oh, what I feel bad for Kevin Conroy is, he's been cornered into the role of Batman, and he hasn't really had a chance to branch out because of as a result of that his voice. And where, like for example, for me, where Mark Hamill has an edge on him is that he plays several characters. He's done Wolverine. He's done Solomon Grundy. He's done a lot of characters.
Well, I think. Go ahead.
I just want to add this. I don't really think Kevin.
Can you say it again? I can't hear you. Your speaker's weird.
I said I don't really think Kevin Conroy has really tried that hard to branch off. So I think he's perfectly happy playing Batman. That he doesn't really feel the need to branch off.
Okay.
And I was going to say that Kevin Conroy, he's done voices for other shows. It's just that, his take on Batman is so iconic. And, the same with, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is, of course, branched out in tons of things. He was the jokester in The Flash. He was in Wing Commander. He was Wolverine in a video game, which sucked. But he was did the voice of Wolverine.
He was on Robotech.
Right, he was on Robotech. He was in like Full Throttle, and of course he's Luke fucking Skywalker. But the big thing that a lot of people will come back to is the Joker. Those who know the Batman animated series, usually younger people associate him with the Joker, and older people who associate him more with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to, I'm sure with people who have an on-screen appearance, who do a lot of on-screen roles, it could be kind of irritating to be known for one thing. But with voiceover, since there's such an anonymity about doing voices, just to be recognized for a voice is enough. It's enough to.
Hey, give me a second. Hey, Webman. Right now is Saul from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I know him.
He's on a commercial right now. I'm waiting for him to say "Better Call Saul." I'm sorry for that, but I just it's funny. If you
okay, final thoughts. Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, Schumacher. It's a shame that Schumacher failed. I guess he had a chance. Like for example, movies like we spoke of, like Falling Down. It was a really depressing film, but it had a really strong message. But he fails, and not only does it, in a sense, we get justice because it ruins his career. But at the same time, he does so much damage to superhero movies that doesn't recover from until the 2000s. And I think that could have been a great generation of films. Like, for example, the Avengers could have come out. Marvel superheroes could have come out earlier. I mean, new superheroes from DC could have come out earlier. But on the disaster that was Batman and Robin, and arguably, also the Batman Forever, delayed that. And there were several missed opportunities that could have changed.
Yeah, that was like that.
You're saying? I'm sorry.
I said there's like the Steel movie at the same time. There was a lot of bad superhero movies in that time.
Yeah, but with Batman and Robin, with such a big disaster, it really scared companies from doing a superhero movie. And I think it's a shame because it could have been a chance to build off from that. I'm not saying the Schumacher universe. I'm just saying is that with the films, but it was so bad, it took probably a decade before people said, let's do another Batman or another superhero film. But then again, at the same time, it made people desperate to get a good. It made them realize we need a good we need a good director, we need a good actor to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a sense, that with such a bad film, it made people desperate to make a good film.
Mm-hmm.
My final word on they suck. That's it.
Even a bad credit card can't save this.
Can't.
Suck.
It took a dark character and boiled him down to appearing at auctions, female auction things.
I'm convinced. And Batman and Robin are just Schumacher's attempts to live out his gay Batman fantasies.
You know what could have made it worse? It could have just really put everyone on edge and put Batman, Joel Schumacher in a hostage, in protective care. He made Batman say, Robin, I love you. Yeah.
One final word.
So wait. It's like so a little bit like this. So Batman, is that just part of your costume, or are you just happy to see me? Oh.
Captain Officer Johnson reporting for duty.
Are you done? So you retarded? I'm the goddamn Batman.
Now kiss me.
Kiss me, you fool!
This is what I have to say. I have something to say about Batman and Robin. I would shed tears if I had tears to shed.
I am nipples. I am bad acting. I am George Clooney.
I am Pat Nipples. I am badass. I am Bat Crotch.
I vengeance. I am the knight. I am Buttman.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh God, Buttman.
Okay, we better stop now because everyone's gonna start to facepalm. And why are they talking about gay jokes? Why?
Buttman. I was like saying, oh God,
What?
Buttman. I've seen a porno named called Buttman before.
Okay, Patrick, you can cut it off now.
Cut now, quickly!
Do now. Kill me now. Do it. Come on, kill me.
I want you to. Come on.
Okay. Mom's gonna throw something at me, but what the heck? Come on, do it. Come on, do it now. Come on.
Come on.
Give these people what they want. A good Batman movie.
Average gamer. I hope you get hit for this, but could you say there is no bathroom?
Okay, say that again, please. I'm sorry.
There is no bathroom. There is no bathroom.
There's no bathroom. I'm sorry. My friend's dead tired.
Batman, Robin. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture? Anybody? Anybody at all?